Would you sell your soul to clear your name? Sorcerer Prince Lorrek discovers that he has been wrongfully accused of a heinous crime. He is one of 3 people who know what actually happened, but one died, and the memories of the other have been erased, so now only Lorrek remains. As Lorrek goes to clear his name, the kingdoms around him dissolve into war, but he can't go home yet to help them. He wants his accuser to admit to the lie, but even that comes at a price. Will paying the cost for his redemption pit Lorrek against his family in the war? Someday I'll Be Redeemed is the first book in a fantasy/sci-fi series where medieval magic and high technology strive against one another. Mysteries abound, and difficult choices must be made. If you like an unpredictable story, realistic male and female characters, a new take on old familiar tropes, and a tale that is different from any other, you will love Kelly Blanchard's page-turning series. This book has been on my list for, a very long time, but I purposefully put off reading it until it was time for this review video to go up because I knew exactly what would happen. I would get really hooked on this series and not be able to stop reading it. And that was exactly what happened. Duh. So this book follows Lorrek and his family as they try to figure out A, what happened to him over the last 10 years, B, why the war is brewing, C, there are some mysterious things going on in other kingdoms that they should probably be aware of, and D, just usual relationship, family, drama stuff, because that's what happens. It doesn't matter how royal your family is. So anyways, this book was really fun to read. There's a lot going on. There are a bunch of different kingdoms, they're all different. There's high technology, there's medieval fantasy, there's sort of everything in between. It's just great. Lorrek is hilarious to read. He's trying so hard. He's actually a really nice guy, and he works pretty well for the other people, for the better good, and everyone just thinks that he's this mischievous trickster who only works for his own best interest. So everything that he does that is a good thing, people are we don't trust you. So it's really, really funny to read because Lorrek is dude, seriously? Seriously? And everything goes wonky. It's great. As far as the characters go, I really liked the main characters, Lorrek and Theron, I don't know how to pronounce it, and Hunroth and Haldon and everybody, Vixen, the assassin, she's hilarious. There's a huge cast of characters, so it did take a bit to start to be able to keep all of these characters and their motivations straight. But Kelly does a really fantastic job of sort of bringing you into the story in such a way that you get to know the characters really well. And they're fun. They're fun to read. They feel very realistic. Their motivations are just fascinating, and of course with all of the drama that's going on, you get to see them at their lowest points and at their most annoyed. It's very entertaining. As far as the story goes, there's a lot going on. Now, however, there's a lot going on because this is the first of a 9-book series, and all of these are not standalone novels. They all fit together, and so you have to set up a lot. The ending, you see it coming, but it's you see the ending coming, but it's very dramatic and one of those ones where you're really, author, you had to do this to me. But as an author, I can totally appreciate the urge to do that to your readers, so I get it. My main critique is that there is a lot going on, and the way that the book jumps around is a little bit confusing at first. It does take a bit to get into the story, but once you're into the story, you're hooked. Yeah, you're totally really hooked. So it does take a bit to get into the figuring out who's who and what's what and what happened, but I have to say that once you figure that out, everything is really well done. It's fun to read. I liked it a lot. It pulls you along very well. The prose is very smooth, very easy to follow. I like that quite a lot. So now I'm completely hooked on this series, and I have about 8 more books to read. Yeah, I knew this would happen. Yeah. Anyways, if you are interested in this book, which I would say you should be because it's awesome, as usual, all the links are in the description box below. You can join Kelly's Facebook group, which is really super fun. She puts up pictures of entertaining dragons and fantasy things and inspiration and all that stuff. If you're interested in talking to me about anything, I will put all of my links there as well. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm going to be doing a bunch more booktube things, like talking about genre and looking at, you know, some like top fantasy, top sci-fi books and seeing what we think, and all of the things. So yeah, Chronicles of Lorrek, book 1, someday I'll be redeemed. Go check it out. Be forewarned though, you'll want to read all the books. Because, you know, all the books. That's all I've got for you today. I have some tea to go drink, and I will see you next time. Bye.